Give this job to my friend here. He loves playing in the jungle, right?
Right. That's right.
Hey, why don't we have dinner?
Sure, when?
In 1,000 years.
Too soon.
The big three. When we're talking the action genre, especially the 80s, how could we not think of Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Bruce Willis?
The disease, and I'm the cure.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Backtrack Cinema. In this video, we'll be going through my top 50 moments between Arnold, Sly, and Bruce Willis.
Welcome to the party, pal!
From great performances to catchy one-liners or just a purely awesome action scene, every one of these guys have earned the name legend.
I'll be back. You've been back enough. I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay.
So pop some popcorn, get a drink, and let's talk these iconic action stars.
Covenant, calling Raven.
Payback time.
Come with me if you want to live. You just don't turn it off!
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. You're watching Backtrack Cinema, and this is where we talk movies of the past that you know and love. And today, guys, we got a great one today. We'll be going through my top 50 moments from the big three action stars of the 1980s, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and Bruce Willis. So this is going to be a fun time. The criteria for this, either Arnold, Sly, or Bruce Willis have to be in the scene. I'm going through their whole career here. I probably could have put a lot more thought into this, but I was just thinking 50 moments, what moments stand out the most for me? I tried to add the good one-liners, the action moments, good dramatic acting scenes from all three of these guys. So we're going to get right into it. So hit me up in the comments. Let me know what your favorite moments are from the big three here, Arnold, Bruce, and Sly, and we'll have a good time in those comments talking about it. So without further ado, grab a drink, get some popcorn, and let's do it.
It just happened, Joe. Sure, I know. It just happened. Could happen to anybody. It was an accident, right? You tripped, slipped on the floor, and accidentally stuck your dick in my wife.
Don't do
What
this.
the fuck is the matter with you?
Fucking moke. You.
Go! Go ahead! Go! Run down there and tell her what I did. I hope you do. I just don't want to see either of your faces up here again, or I will not be held responsible for what I do.
This moment here, Bruce Willis really shows off his versatility. And ever since I watched this thriller, Mortal Thoughts, when I was younger, I mean, I just couldn't wow, Bruce Willis is just a despicable human being in this movie, and he plays it so well. This really freaking redneck, white trash kind of character. And I believe him and Demi Moore were married at the time. It's a great action thriller, but it just showed that this guy could be one of the best action heroes. He can be in comedy, and he can do something like this. And for that reason, I just thought about this moment and just really showing off his acting chops.
Whoa! Do I look cool now?
Mr. Ice. Yeah.
You think this is the real Quaid? It is.
The ending of Nighthawks is so good, it's so earned. At the beginning of this movie, we find Billy D. Williams and Sylvester Stallone working the streets at night, and the way they draw the criminals in is by dressing up as women. So these guys would rob them, right? And throughout this whole movie, they're trying to get this terrorist. They're trying to get Ruger Hauger, right? Through this whole freaking movie. He's outsmarting them every step of the way. And they go back to how they used to just catch a common thief, right? Stallone dresses up as I think it was his girlfriend. And, you know, he's doing the dishes and everything. And Ruger Hauger comes up to stab her. And there's Stallone, turns around with the gun, blows him away. It's such a great ending. I love the writing. I think that this scene is so good with the writing. And I think this is such an underrated Stallone movie. And, you know, great villain, great hero. Billy D. Williams and Stallone had some really good chemistry too. So great flick.
Give this job to my friend here. He loves playing in the jungle, right?
Right. That's right.
Hey, why don't we have dinner?
Sure, when?
In 1,000 years.
Too soon.
Man, it's about time that we got to see Bruce, Arnold, and Sly in the same scene. Now, it's not an action scene, but it's a great, entertaining moment, giving a wink to us action fans for sure when You know, Arnold and Sly are just at each other here. Give this job to my friend here. He loves playing in the jungle, right? Right. And I just love how Bruce is watching these two go at it, you know, and Stallone with his writing, you know, what the fuck's his problem? And he goes, he just wants to be president. You know, it's funny because Arnold got into politics, became governor and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely love it. And the intimidation factor of Bruce Willis in this scene, when he stares down Stallone and Bruce staring down each other. I think Bruce Willis may be the only guy to do a stare down against Stallone and make it feel real and intimidating. Like, not many people can intimidate Stallone, but man, Bruce Willis did a good job in this scene for sure. And all three of them did. Great chemistry.
106 at the form, 24 seconds left in the game. Lakers down by one, Magic pumps, shoots! Lakers winning overtime, folks!
I love Blind Date. This is one of my favorite Bruce Willis movies, you know, where him and Kim Basinger go on a blind date. You know, she can't handle her booze really well. She has a drink, she starts going crazy. So he returns the favor later in this movie and he starts acting freaking crazy and stuff. And he has such great comedic timing. He can be so physical. He's just absolutely hilarious in this. I remember this scene as a kid and just looking back at the clip when I was putting this video together, I was just laughing, man, just chuckling to myself, and got to give Blind Date a watch. And I have to give it a rewatch for sure. Bruce Willis, great in this movie. The Last Boy Scout. I love this flick. I've always loved this. It's one of my favorite 90s action movies. Love Bruce Willis in this. When he meets Damon Wayans' character of Jimmy, this ex-football player who, you know, threw his life away on drugs and all that kind of stuff and gambling. And, you know, Bruce Willis is supposed to be protecting his girlfriend, Halle Berry. And this is just a nice, good stare down between the two of them. And Bruce with those crazy eyes just shows him that he's just not a private investigator. This dude could fucking kill you with a blink of an eye. And I just freaking love that. And to tag it all off, there's this great wine-liner at the end where his drink spills. And he goes, "He spilt my warm cup of piss." Just love it. You know, Shane Black wrote this one, and you can clearly tell Tony Scott directed it. Just a great moment.
You were never second. Ever.
Sir, may I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
Disease, and I'm the cure.
You know, Trollworld, you're a great guy, a little fucked up, no doubt about it. And you're always gonna have unusual problems, right?
Yeah. You're talking about my ear. One morning during spring break, I hear him on the phone bagging on me, talking about my queer ear.
I need more money for my family.
What fucking family are you talking about?
My family.
This is a great comedy moment between all the Expendables here with Jason Statham, Jet Li, Randy Couture. And this is the director's cut, and I think it is so good, man. I think Stallone's writing is so good. Their comedic timing is right on point. And you know how, you know, Randy Couture starts telling his ear story and all that kind of stuff. And he talk about his problems and all that. Is this band of brothers who really like fucking with each other? You know what I mean? And I just love how Jet Li at the end is just like, I need more money for my family. And Stallone's like, what fucking family are you talking about? My family. And that music kicks in. It's just, even when they're not talking, like all the actors are not talking, just watch their body language, watch, you know, their facial expressions. It's just such a great moment. It's so entertaining.
Fuck you, asshole.
Man, the football scene in the lockup is awesome, guys. It's such a great moment. It has a great score to it by Bill Conti. Stallone just getting freaking hammered until Big Eclipse comes and helps it out. And I just love how it's almost designed like a Rocky fight, you know, where he's just getting smashed and smashed and smashed. And then he starts winning the football game, but later on starts earning a little bit more respect. Of course, he gets cheap shotted at the end there. And Sonny Landham, I mean, just a great villain for Stallone in this. He's intimidating. It's just a great action set piece for this movie. And I always enjoy watching the football scene here in Lockup. And this, it's, you know, it's gritty, it's dirty, it's grimy. They're playing out in the mud, you know, all the other inmates and all that kind of stuff. Entertaining as hell.
Stop whining. You kids are soft. You lack discipline. But I've got news for you. You are mine now. You belong to me. Hi, kids.
Mr. Kimball!
I'm back.
Now, it doesn't always have to be about the action. It doesn't always have to be about the one-liners. Sometimes just a real emotional moment hits me. And I really think Kindergarten Cop is some of Arnold's best acting. I really feel like this was a real character. I really believe this character. And when he gives everything up for these kids, gives his life up on being a detective, a policeman, whatever have you, and then he comes back just to be a teacher. And he says, "Hey kids, I'm back," and that nice music comes in, and Mr. Kimball, Mr. Kimball, they all embrace him and everything like that. It's just such a heartfelt moment. Finds his true calling, falls in love with these kids, becomes this teacher. The other teacher he falls in love with, and, you know, Dominic and all that, finds a family again, because this is a character who, you know, had a family, failed at it, failed as a father. It's about second chances, man. And it just, you know, some movies just make you give you this glowing feeling at the end. And that's one of them. This is one of them, man. Just love Kindergarten Cop.
You're a dead man, John. Bullshit.
At number 25, John Rambo, or Rambo 4, whatever you call it, when he rips this guy's throat out when he goes to save Sarah. Man, this is such a brutal, visceral movie. I absolutely love it. It just makes me feel like I don't want to be anywhere near a war. This movie was just too fucking realistic. And at loads of tension, very dark, you know what I mean? But when he picks this dude up, Stallone's hands right over the guy's fucking throat, squeezing and squeezing and squeezing and squeezing, rips that guy's fucking throat. I'm like, that's how you handle a guy like that. That dude is dead. Such a great scene. And I mean, Stallone has got jacked in this movie. And this made, you know, his hands just seem so much bigger, his shoulders and everything. And I completely believe Rambo could be ripping throats out, man. This is a dark character and absolutely love this scene.
Told you.
What can you say about this badass ending, man? Seeing Bruce, Arnold, and Sly shooting it out with all the bad guys. Finally, we get to see these three together, kicking ass, shooting everyone. It's awesome. It's entertaining. It's energetic. And, you know, just these quips and these one-liners through the thing where Arnold's like, I'll be back. And Bruce is like, you've been back enough. And then Arnold's like, yippee-ki-yay. I love it. And then you get that great Van Damme Stallone fight. And Van Damme is a badass bad guy. He should have played more villains, man, because he was awesome in this movie. He really had charisma and a presence. But every time I put this on, it's popcorn fun. It's awesome action flick. And seeing the big three all together is fantastic. Fantastic. If you're liking this video so far, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it.
Hey, motherfucker. Come out to the coast. We'll get together. Have a few laughs.
Dylan! You son of a bitch. Dylan, better get on the radio. Mac. Sergeant. Yes, sir. On a defensive position above that ridge. Mind with everything you've got.
A lot of you maybe not think of this moment in Predator, but this, ever since I was a kid, this Predator moment really stuck with me. Because you get this badass hombres, the best of the best. This is a special forces team that nobody would fuck with. And to see them worried and scared and shit like that, and after Jesse Ventura, after Blaine dies, and they shoot out the jungle and everything like that, and they can't find a trace of bodies or nothing, and Pancho comes back and he's like, no blood, no bodies, we hit nothing. And then the way just Arnold's eyes just come right open, and the way he comes up, that score, you know, that rising tension. Dylan, you better get on the radio. He's trying to hold everyone together. He's like, Mac, Sergeant. You know what I mean? And you just the performance of Bill Duke and Carl Weathers, the whole team here, and Arnold, you know what? He deserves more credit for his acting in this movie. I really like the character of Dutch. I thought he did a good job. I mean, this is a badass motherfucker, man, and he is terrified. Doesn't know what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? It's a great moment in Predator where just everything kind of comes together. The music, the performances, the tension. It goes from like this 80s over the top flick to some real tense moments for me anyway. And I just love this moment. Absolutely love it.
Should have heard your brother squeal when I broke his fucking neck.
You're scared, motherfucker. Well, you should be, because the Green Beret's gonna kick your big ass.
I ate green berets for breakfast.
And right now I'm very hungry.
I can't believe this macho bullshit.
Hey!
Last Blood. The ending of Last Blood is completely awesome. I mean, the way they come to Rambo's house and he just fucks everyone up, and he does it within like 10 minutes. The way he preps for them and all that kind of stuff. I know people call this Rambo meets Home Alone, but it should be the other way around. Rambo did this shit in First Blood when he was in the forest there, setting traps and everything. So I don't understand why people say, you know, this is Rambo doing, it should be the other way around. Home Alone did Rambo, as far as I'm fucking concerned anyway. But this, I love that. I look forward to this part of the movie so bad, because the bad guys are so despicable, what they're doing, what they did to his adopted daughter, and he just fucks everyone up, man. I mean, I just love, you get great gunplay. It's freaking bloody, it's gruesome, and Rambo is heartless in this. And the fact that he takes the guy's heart right out of his fucking chest, it's just, it looks a little comedic, that part, but I just love it, man. And how he's all shot to shit He does that great monologue and just starts rocking in his chair at the end. Absolutely love it. It's freaking awesome.
Hasta la vista, baby. I know now why you cry. But it's something I can never do.
Man, I Know Why You Cry is such a heartfelt moment and so earned because how we fall in love with the characters and this relationship between John Connor and the Terminator. How he teaches him how to be more human and how this Terminator realizes that, no, I can't stay alive either. So I got to be destroyed too, or, Skynet will just start up all over again. And this is something that's hard for John Connor to accept. And it's a great performance by Edward Furlong. Arnold is great in it. He's still very much like a machine. And when he says, I know why you cry, but it's something I could never do. But he's learned, he understands why he's crying. And when they drop him in the lava, the great score is phenomenal, guys. So good. Gives the thumbs up, because earlier we saw him teaching him how to give somebody a thumbs up. Man, such a great ending, isn't it? It is such a great ending to this film. I mean, there's nothing better than T1 and T2. It's just fantastic stuff.
Don't push it. Don't push it, I'll give you a war you won't believe.
Fast! Keep moving. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Tell her that she's the best thing that ever happened to a bum like me. She's heard me say I love you 1,000 times. She never heard me say I'm sorry.
This is another moment where we see the vulnerability of John McClane, and I love it. I love Bruce Willis's acting here. Come back to woo his wife, to get back together with his wife, and terrorists take over this freaking Nakatomi Plaza. And then we got a moment where John McClane doesn't think he's going to get out of this. He doesn't think he's going to survive this. He's on the phone with Al. He says, I need you to send a message to my wife. And the way he just starts breaking down, we've all been there, guys. We screwed up with our ladies, our wives, our girlfriends, what have you. And the performance is great. I love this line so much. She's already heard me say I love you 1,000 times, but she's never heard me say I'm sorry. He starts talking about how could she ever love a bum like me? And just stripping away that, that real manly facade and making John McClane really relatable. How could we not relate to that scene, right? I'll tell you something. I'll digress here. Sometimes I have a hard time as a man. I can't really get the words out to say I'm sorry. I don't know how to do it. So, the wife and I were having this argument one time, and at work I sent her this movie clip. I sent her the Die Hard movie clip that I'm talking about. And as, she's my wife, she knows me, and she absolutely loved it because she knew what I was trying to say. So, awesome. It's just, this moment is so good. I look forward to it, this moment, when I watch Die Hard every time. So good. Dutch versus the Predator. This is just awesome. What makes it so great is this Predator's hunting this team, the Special Forces team, wiping them out one by one, and then Arnold turns the tide on the Predator, makes himself camouflage, starts using the trees, surprise attacks him all the time. It's like, really, look at the title of this movie, Predator. We're talking about the Predator, then we're talking about, who is the Predator, though? Is it Arnold or is it this, this alien hunter? You know what I mean? It's fantastic what Arnold does. Now, when Arnold gets his camouflage wiped out, we get a great one-on-one battle where Arnold, let's face it, Arnold got his fucking ass handed to him. But here, it's all here. He uses his brain, right? And I think that is fantastic at the end of this. Absolutely love that it's at night and he calls the hunt on where he throws the torch into the ground, lights the fire, and he's like, oh, like that. It's just, the hunt is on, right? So good. Such a great ending to a flick.
We got everything but the truth. What's that truth, damn it?
I'm afraid, all right? You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid.
They opened up the box, fucking blew his body all over the place. He's laying there and he's fucking screaming. There's pieces of him all over me, just like this. And I'm trying to pull him off, And it's my friend that's all over me. He's got blood and everything, and I'm trying to hold him together. I put him together, his fucking insides keep coming out. And nobody went out.
All right, number 5, Nothing is Over. The end of First Blood, where Rambo, this tough Green Beret, he's like a born killer. We all know what he can do, what he's capable of. Breaks down like a freaking child and starts sobbing. And Trotman just being really the closest thing to a father to him. I just love this moment where where Stallone goes from anger to a complete breakdown. You know what I mean? And when he starts talking about, me and my buddy were in Saigon and the box was wired, blew the fucking box, blew his body all over the place. And he's just like, it's my friend. It's all over me. There's blood. I'm trying to hold him together. Oh man, he's so good in this, guys. It's such a great performance. And just watch what Trotman's doing. Look at the facial expressions of Trotman, man. Where his lips quivering and he's like watching one of his machines break down like he just never seen this before, right? It's such a heartfelt scene. Absolutely love it. First Blood, awesome.
Hey, you can... Wait!
I ain't going down no more.
All right. Go get him. But here comes Rambo again into the corner, western right to the midsection, and throws first.
But you can't buy what I'm going to give you. I mean, I've got pain and I've got experience.
Well, I got pain, I got experience too.
Listen, kid.
Hey, look,
Yes,
hey,
people.
Mick.
What?
Look, I need your help about 10 years ago, right? 10 years ago?
Right.
You never helped me. You didn't care.
But number 1, guys, is round 14 in the original Rocky. Just the greatest moment in film history for me. Really a metaphor for life. You know what I mean? This character of Rocky is so likable. Gets this shot, takes the shot, does the best he can, just wants to go the distance, and he goes that distance. And Carl Weathers is so good in this moment. Stallone is so good. He gets up. Apollo thinks he's won. Apollo is life, us against life. Rocky is us. Apollo's life. I'm quoting Mike Kunda from the Rocky Files podcast because he's absolutely right here. And I'll just steal his words for a minute, but it's a metaphor for life, And what do we do when life knocks us down? We get back up. And the way Apollo just looks down like, I just can't believe this guy. I beat this man to a pulp and he's getting back up. Are you kidding me? It's just an amazing scene, man. And just the music going through it, the way they shot the fight, the makeup on Stallone. It's an incredible moment. I've already talked about this moment in my top 50 Rocky moments video. So, yeah, there it is, guys. That is my favorite moment out of these guys, out of the big 3 for sure. But what about you guys? Let me know in the comments about your top 50 moments from the big 3 action stars, or just a few, or just a couple, or comment on the video. Let's just have a good conversation down there and the comments about this video and stuff and what's related to it. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like and share the videos, go down the rabbit hole, check out other videos I've done, enjoy the channel, all that jazz. My name is Jason. You're watching Backtrack Cinema. I will see you next time, and I will see you in the movies. Cheers.